A woman grieves for the son she conceived, as fractured friends try to understand how healing hands could be pierced. Doubting minds piece together moments from recent weeks, sensing sadness seep in like cold nights on Galilee's sea. Did Mary sense, as she dispensed her alabaster jar, translucent and bright, of a great sacrifice that would rise like perfume into the night? Did Lazarus appreciate, as he walked away from stench and shade, that the one who wept while he slept in an early grave was the one who came to take his place? Did cheering crowds see that the King would be crowned on a cross, not a throne? How a gracious God steps down to gather loved ones round and raise them above the ground? Did Peter believe, as Jesus reached towel round waist to fill a basin at his feet, that he would also wash his wondering soul of shame and defeat? Did John feel, as he leaned by the teacher's side, that the warmth of life would flow from broken skin, and soon rasping breaths would ask him to take a mourning mother in? Did Joseph understand, as he made plans to bury the body before the Sabbath loomed, that he held in his hands the sacrificial lamb and planted the promised seed in his garden tomb? Did Nicodemus recall, as he wrapped the shawl around that lifeless head, the darkness of night when Jesus had said that the Son of Man would be lifted up so that the dead could be born again? As friends cried around an empty table on that longest Saturday, did they remember the time they ate bread and wine, or did blood-stained minds leave them unable to find any hope and wondering how they would cope? As light dawned and the rock face yawned as the stone was removed from the entrance, could they sense a movement where his body lay as the night transformed into day? Arriving early to pay her respects, did Mary expect to find answers? As she called, distraught, "They've taken my Lord," could she have realized a person stood behind her? Through teary eyes and weary sighs, thinking he was the gardener, did she really suppose she could have carried his corpse alone with no one to help her? Then, hearing his voice, calling her name, how did the pieces fall into place? As God walked in Eden, so he talked with her then. Though I sat in darkness, I will rise, to be with your Father and mine. As Peter rushed in and John hovered back, how long did it take to trust that the one they abandoned would see them again and pardon them of their sin? They would soon taste heaven's trademark grace, eating breakfast on the beach in Galilee. As Thomas touched the scars in his palms, did he feel the calm as Jesus breathed, "Peace be with you. Receive the Holy Spirit. Just stop doubting and believe." Stop doubting and believe.